The following is a WGN-TV sports presentation.
The bump and grind schedule of the NBA. Tonight marks the 18th of 21 back-to-back situations for the Bulls this season. After a limited amount of rest overnight for both teams, the Bulls hope to emerge as the victorious Zombies in tonight's encounter with the Washington Bullets, coming up next here on Channel 9.
It's a zombie jamboree.
The big Capitol Center outside our nation's capital, loading up for the Chicago Bulls and the Washington Bullets. Hi, everybody. I'm Wayne Larrabee. The Bulls won the first game of this home-and-home series last night in Chicago, 104-99. And as always, a pleasure to have alongside Johnny Red Kerr, who made the night trip in here last night. And Johnny, as you take a look at these two teams getting together, you take a look at the Bulls struggling with this lowly Washington team last night. Their stars struggled as well until down the stretch they spelled victory instead of defeat.
Absolutely right. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen had miserable shooting nights. For anybody who's going to take the amount of shots that they took, they were combined 35% from the field, 17 for 49. But when it got to crunch time, Michael was 4 out of 5 in the last quarter, and Scottie eventually hit the 18-footer that gave them the win.
Now, there were a couple of career highs last night at the stadium, and let's start with the one for the Bulls. Center Will Perdue has been playing very well of late.
Absolutely, filling in for the injured Bill Cartwright, who we expect to be back sometime next week. Will had 17 points and did an outstanding job defensively in the center.
And another career high. This one turned in by number 22 in the visiting uniform last night. LaBradford Smith was just about unstoppable.
Yes, LaBradford Smith out of Louisville, 15 out of 20 from the field. And Johnny Bach told us you try to identify the scores, and they may have missed this one because last night the identification was on Michael Adams, was on Harvey Grant, and was on Tom Gugliotta. And they just sort of forgot about LaBradford Smith. But I guarantee you tonight, they won't.
Well, you know, as Michael Jordan got on the bus last night to come over here, to go to the airport, come over here, Johnny Red Kerr, of course, said, Michael, it's 22. Locate 22 tomorrow night, and as I'm sure he will. As far as these two teams getting together, you've got a bad team in Washington, 7th place in the Atlantic Division, 1st place in the Central Division Bulls. Does one team or the other have an advantage in a back-to-back situation like this?
Well, this is a rarity, Wayne. The Bulls had 3 days off, and sometimes when you come up after your 3 days off and you play back-to-back with two different teams, you don't know which one to practice for. But the Bulls could practice for Washington. They took them a little lightly last night, but they know what they've got to do again tonight. They did it last night. They got the win. They were lucky. They got John Paxson back, by the way, last night, and the Washington Bullets got Rex Chapman. Chapman did not play much. Pax, as you see him out here warming up now, had 3 assists in the game, and he looked pretty good, except your legs aren't really in the type of shape for a game as they are in a practice, so we hope to get him some more playing time.
Well, it's time to get Pax. It's time to get Bill Cartwright back in action. Horace Grant will not be here tonight. Another night missed with the strep throat, but we expect him back next week. The Bulls and Bullets tonight, wrapping up a home-and-home. It's all coming up next on Channel 9. Wayne Larrabee with Johnny Red Kerr, the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland. And let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game between the 44-20 Bulls and the 18-44 Washington Bullets. And it begins for the Bulls up front. Rodney McRae getting another start, replacing Horace Grant.
This is his 4th start for the 10-year veteran for Chicago.
Up front, on the other side, is Scottie Pippen, struggling from the field of late, but made some key plays down the stretch last night.
Oh, Wayne, he's got 4 triple-doubles this year.
In the middle, I'll tell you what, he's played well in his 13 starts. The Bulls are 10-3 in Bill Cartwright's absence.
And Will Perdue had 17 career points, as we mentioned before, in that start last night.
Into the backcourt, his game is really evened out. Red Kerr at a very high level.
B.J. Armstrong, he's got double figures, 22 games in a row.
And Michael Jordan rounds out the starting complement, 4 of 5 from the field down the stretch last night.
Well, he's 41% in the last 4 games he's shooting from the field.
Head coach of the Chicago Bulls, Phil Jackson. The Bulls this season are 20-11 away from home. Now for the Washington Bullets, who are 12-17. One of the top rookies in the NBA, Tom Gugliotta.
Well, he's the only player on this team that has a triple-double.
Horace Grant's twin brother, Harvey, starts on the other side up front.
Yeah, and against Chicago, 18 points a game.
In the middle, 13-year vet Charles Jones replacing the injured Purvis Ellison.
In over 700 minutes, one of the only guys, 228 rebounds, only 76 points.
In the backcourt, Michael Adams, the quick little dynamo.
Michael Adams, 21 free throws in a row, deadly from there and outside.
Hey, not a bad free throw shooter here either. LaBradford Smith was 7 of 7 from the line last night.
Yeah, 15 out of 20 from the field. Big time points against the Bulls, a career 37.
Wes Unseld, the record not good, but one of the things people will tell you, or at least basketball people read, his teams play hard night in, night out, despite the disappointment.
Well, here he comes. Oh, thank you. We needed that. Could have used that all over the other guy, Robin Ficker down there.
Who? Here are the officials, Dick Bavetta, Lee Jones, Jim Capers.
Hey, I saw Doug Wilson here. They're in the Sharks are playing the Caps tomorrow. He wishes everybody in Chicago good luck, specifically Keith Magnuson, his old teammate.
Doug Wilson is one of the great people in sports, period. He really is a neat guy.
Purvis Ellison.
There's Purvis on the bench, and we're underway. Bulls control the opening tip. Hard fought. 104-99 victory by the Bulls last night at Chicago Stadium. Opening sequence, 10 to go on the shot clock. Jordan down low. Michael was out shooting before the game tonight, and that is not a normal routine for him.
I heard him talking on a wrap-up show last night on the way to the airport, and he used the word embarrassed about 4 or 5 times of not being out and guarding LaBradford Smith early in the game.
Grant off the mark. Jordan the rebound. Michael was still talking about it when he got on the bus heading to the airport. Jordan, 2 and 2 for Michael. 4 points for Jordan to start the game. Adams against B.J. Armstrong, the foul on B.J. His first, and the first on the team. Non-shooting affair, Tom Gugliotta inbounds. Michael Adams out front. Gugliotta, quick release.
That a long 2, huh? It looked like a 3. Only a deuce. It's got that rain.
Bulls leading by 2 in the early going first quarter. Great to have you with us tonight on Channel 9. Jordan finds Pippen. Had it knocked away by Charles Jones. He averages almost 2 blocks a game. McCray. The 13-year veteran Jones up high for the board. LaBradford Smith.
Long range. He starts out like he did last night. Long range, and then he got very hot going down the lane.
Smith now 16 of 21 of the 2-game series. Jordan.
Ducked underneath him. Just inside the 3. MJ is 3 for 3. So I guess he'd be, 7 for 8, counting those 4 out of 5 last night at the end.
Yeah.
Nice pass.
Good feed into Grant. Foul is on Pippen.
Nice pass by Gugliotta. Great over-the-shoulder pass. In the lane, Gugliotta gets the ball on McCray. What's a fireball over his shoulder, and Scotty on the foul. In assists, Gugliotta is 1 among the NBA rookies. He's 2 in steals, and he's 3 in rebounding. So putting together a very, very good year, and Harvey Grant breaks in the scoring column.
There's a look at Tom Gugliotta.
Harvey's brother Horace, a strep throat, will miss another game. Not with us on this trip.
Washington Bullets and Chicago Bulls doing battle here tonight. We're tied at 6. Purdue had it slapped away. Michael Adams on the steal. Adams with a change of direction. Throws it away to B.J. Armstrong. Jordan picked up by Jones.
MJ 8. Washington 6.
Jordan 4 of 4 from the field. LaBradford Smith jumped at by MJ. Over Purdue with the shot. Jordan is there.
Run, Rodney, run.
There it is.
Yeah.
McCray
Yeah. Oh.
Michael Jordan put the ball right on the money. Rodney McRae went in, and the foul is on Gugliotta. His first, and the first on the team.
Beautiful play. You can see Michael looking for something to open up in the seam, and he did. I hollered, run, Michael, run. As you'll see, here goes Rodney right down the middle. Michael's looking. Rodney busts out, gets the ball, and Gugliotta puts the foul on him. So from the free throw line, a 60+% shooter. Knocks in the first.
Started last night. Had 9 points, 7 rebounds, Red, and began to move, I guess, the way we were expecting Rodney McRae to move. He, of course, spent a number of games on the bench and out with injury.
He does a real great job of interior defensive work when guys try to post him up. He's got that big body, 6'8", strong.
He missed 17 games on the injured list this winter, and they hope he can rebound and come back for a strong playoff run. They're going to need Rodney McRae in the postseason. Gugliotta, good move off the glass on Scotty. Gugliotta's 6'10", and Scottie Pippen at 6'7", so Gugliotta will do some backing down tonight. He'll back Scotty into the paint area if he can. Post him up. Michael has been just about unstoppable. Rodney McRae. Right there.
Well, we've got a starter from Louisville on each team, and one sitting on the bench in street clothes. Purvis Ellison sitting watching the game, and of course LaBradford Smith in the league here in the second year.
LaBradford Smith not had the kind of start he had last night. By this time last night, he had about 8 points. Michael Adams, Harvey Grant from the outside. Jones batted away at it, but Purdue retrieves. Here's B.J. Armstrong. Bulls are leading by 4. Almost 4 minutes gone by, first quarter.
3.
Jordan for 3.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Watch out. There's maybe something special here. I was talking to Tom Bowling before the game. I said, you know, Mike's got this on his mind. He was out here shooting, and it may be one of those nights.
Jordan 5 of 5 from the field to open the ball game. Smith creates a foul. The foul is on Scottie Pippen, helping out. His second personal and the third on the team.
Now, what are odds the next time the Bulls get the ball down here in the offensive end and Michael does touch it, he'll get a shot up?
I would say better than 80%, let's put it that way.
Bulls have 15 points in the game. Rodney has 4. Michael has 11.
LaBradford Smith has made 55 of his last 58 free throw attempts, Red.
Yeah, he's got 20 in a row going in the last 5 games.
4 points for LaBradford Smith, #1 draft choice in 1991 out of Louisville.
Yeah, he has been really, up until about 6 games ago, a big disappointment for this club. They were starting.
McRae leaves it short. Well, they were starting Rex Chapman earlier this year when we saw them.
And then they went to Brent Price.
Harvey Grant. Line drive right on the money. He has 4. Chicago lead is 3. Uh-oh. The backdoor to Michael from Scottie Pippen. $25 from McDonald's at Charitables every time a Bulls player slam dunks during tonight's game.
They'll take a 20-second timeout, and Michael just hit the 3-point field goal. You know, when you hit the 3, a guy has a tendency to come out and put pressure on you and guard you tighter. Michael faked like he was coming out. Scotty put it right on the money as a reversed. We're going to take a look at it here. Scotty taking a look. Michael comes out, and then he goes back door all alone. You don't even see LaBradford Smith there. Michael with 6 for 6, 13 points. Here it is. Putting the ball on the money is Scottie Pippen. LaBradford Smith had ducked out by the 3-point area. He looked around, and MJ was in the air hammering it down home.
Very sharp start, to make an understatement, for Michael Jordan here tonight. Last night, as we mentioned, 9 of 27 from the field for Jordan. He had 25 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Came into the game shooting just 40% from the field this week, 30 of 47. Got a timeout on the floor, and let's take this timeout on Channel 9.
shot, but it won't count. Bradford Smith on the foul.
Bulls on offense. Michael Jordan lets fly for the outside. He continues. Perfect
Again.
from the field.
15 big points. Ed Neely came in the game for Scottie Pippen.
While we were away, Michael Adams missed a shot for the Bullets, and then LaBradford Smith picked up a foul, his first personal for the Bullets, pushing Jordan. Smith leaves this one short, and B.J. Armstrong is there.
Run, Will.
The lead for Will Perdue runs out of room, finds Jordan.
Oh, showtime! Woo! Bradford Smith, you embarrassed a man at home last night.
Jordan, 8 of 8 from the field. Adams misses, MJ the rebound.
That's got to be his third rebound, too. 4, maybe. He carried away on the long range here, Mike. Went to screen, and he said, no, just set it up.
Time winding down to the shot clock, blocked by Michael Adams, and the 24-second violation.
There's only 2 guys that have taken shots for the Bulls in this game. 1 for 3 for McRae, and
8 for 8 for MJ.
Yeah.
Just under 5.5 to go, first period. Harvey Grant. Neely muscles the rebound and is fouled in the process. Foul is coming up on Harvey Grant. It is his first and the third on the team. Michael Jordan hasn't missed. He's 8 of 8 from the field, 17 points. That includes, obviously, a three-pointer.
Yeah, he's outscored them by 5 points in this quarter.
Will left unattended. Waited for Charles Jones to catch up, and Jones commits the foul.
He took that long loping dribble over to the side, and as he looked up, there was nothing there. 17 points, 8 for 8 from the field, and as I said, he's got 17. The Bullets had 12, and now Will Perdue on Charles Jones' foul will shoot 2 free throws.
Career high last night for Perdue as he puts in on his first, a 58% free throw shooter. This week in the 3 games, Perdue shooting 62% from the field, averaging 6 rebounds and 7.6 points. Will drains a pair, and the Chicago lead is 11. Just under 5 minutes to go. First quarter of play. LaBradford Smith, he's had Jordan living in his shirt on both ends of the floor. Gugliotta, nice feed, Charles Jones, MJ with the steal. Michael, Rodney McRae, back to Jordan. First miss of the night for MJ. Will Perdue the offensive board. Tried to hit Neely, gets it right back. Bulls going to settle it down. Coach Jackson wanted them to take it back out, set up a play. Now Rodney McRae. So Will Perdue in traffic.
Good play by Rodney McRae. He's playing the postman. I don't know if Scotty is hurt or not, or maybe Phil has said, okay, Michael looks like he's going 120% here. Let's not waste the energy. When Michael gets tired and comes out, maybe that's a time for Scotty to take over.
The other factor, Scotty with 2 personal fouls early in the ball game. Harvey Grant, that basket will not count. Foul before the shot attempt as he backed in. Rodney McRae picks up his first, 4th on the team. Michael Adams goes to work. LaBradford Smith. Neely the rebound. B.J. Armstrong. MJ guarded by LaBradford Smith. It's going to be a foul on LaBradford Smith right there. That is his second personal foul. I don't know if you could hear the slap, but we certainly could from where we're sitting.
It should be the 5th foul, so MJ will shoot.
It is 5 team fouls.
Phil said, you might have to get somebody. He just signaled, you might have to get somebody for me. I'm getting a little bit tired. Would you figure? He's got game stats already for anybody else. 17, he's got 4 rebounds. He's the leaders in steals. Stockton in close seconds, but MJ a little bit tired right now, and who can blame the young man? 18 in the first quarter.
Boy, did he come out focused tonight or what?
Last year, in 2 games against his team, he had 19 and 51. So you build your average up to 35 pretty good.
19 points here in this first quarter of play, and the Bulls leading big by 15. Under 4 minutes to go in the first. LaBradford Smith got caught up in no man's land. Gugliotta.
Great rainbow.
6 for Gugliotta. Googs 3 of 3 from the field.
Got the big guy Harvey on him.
Jordan. Deals baseline. Gugliotta the rebound. LaBradford Smith on the run out, and Rodney McCray commits the foul. It is his second, and it puts the Bulls over the foul limit.
Michael needs somebody for him. He's dying. He signaled twice to the bench. Phil. He's going, PJ, please. After the first shot, he wants a timeout. That'll give MJ a look. Michael says, get me out of here. I'm so tired.
Smith makes good on his first. He'll have another. Timeout, Chicago, and Michael Jordan heads to the bench. 8 of 10 from the field, 19 points, 4 rebounds, and a couple of steals for Jordan. Not bad. April 16th, Bulls take on the Bucks. It's Gatorade Mini Basketball Night. First 5,000 kids 14 and under receive a Bulls Mini Basketball compliments of Gatorade. Well, Red Kerr on the plane ride over last night from Chicago, they showed the movie The Blues Brothers, and of course that great line by Dan Aykroyd, we're on a mission from God. And I think that could describe Michael Jordan here tonight. After he admitted to be embarrassed last night, he said, I ain't going to be embarrassed 2 nights in a row.
Right.
And man, what a first period of play.
Scottie Pippen back in for MJ now.
6 points for LaBradford Smith. Pippen looking for someone down low. Ed Neely at the high post. Here's Scottie. Under 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. BJ shakes loose of Michael Adams. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch apparently by Scottie Pippen, although it looked like Harvey Grant knocked it out.
Well, there comes a newly activated player for their roster last night. Rex Chapman will come in for LaBradford Smith.
And LaBradford Smith heads off. The Bullets set up offensively, trailing 27-16. Adams. Harvey Grant over the back of Scottie Pippen that time.
Yeah, go the other way. Yeah, he'll shoot. You're right. It's a good call. Harvey Grant. Second foul. Scottie should be shooting free throws here. It is a loose ball foul, so Scottie should go up to the line.
Harvey Grant's second personal. It's Wes Unseld from the Bullets side. Well, the mix-up, Red, was that Dick Pavetta went the wrong way with the call initially.
Yeah,
he
did.
Toward the other basket,
He
had the right call in terms of the player.
He put his finger up to to his head and turned it like, my fault. But Scottie misses the free throw here. He helps him out a little bit.
Harvey Grant will be replaced in the lineup by Buck Johnson. There's Harvey heading off. His work in the first period of play. 4 points. Pippen 1 out of 2 at the line. His first point of the night.
Pippen started very slowly last night, and in that third quarter, he really put some points together.
Buck Johnson with the rolling hook shot. Will Perdue to Darrell Walker. He called him the junkyard dog.
The junkyard dog. Everything on the floor is his. Oh, Eddie!
BJ.
Yeah.
Ed Neal. Red Kerr with an assist, a verbal assist on that play. I don't think BJ saw him until you started yelling at him.
If BJ was right in front of us and Eddie just looked like you're afraid to say something in that situation, you get so open.
Gugliotta has it stripped away, I believe by Walker, picked up by Perdue. Walker runs the break. BJ to Walker.
Nicely done. And of course, Darrell Walker, when he played here, he was the guy that led these team with triple doubles.
Bulls have doubled the count for the Bullets. 32-16, and down low we've got some pushing and shoving. Darrell Walker picks up the foul.
Nice play this last play as we'll take a look at it. They knock the ball away. Will Perdue gets it out to Darrell Walker. Walker to BJ back, and they got Rex Smith turning his head. You come back from a sprained ankle, that's a good way to re-sprain it, isn't it?
It sure is.
Bing. Going back around.
Get your head spinning. Chapman makes good on his first of the line. Stacey King reports on, replacing Will Purdue. Purdue with 4 first period points. Well, he's given the Bulls some solid minutes as a starter in the first period of play in these 14 games.
He sure has.
Chapman with a pair at the line. Chicago on top. Pippen to Stacey King.
He wants to go to the middle.
5 to go on the shot clock. Walker over Gugliotta off the glass. Jones the rebound. Bullets on the run. Under 2 minutes to go. Nice feed to Buck Johnson from Michael Adams, and Buck hit on a nifty reverse down low. Chicago lead down to 12. A few moments ago it was 16. King finds Ed Neely. Neely from the outside. Nicely done.
Big Ed drains his second field goal. Didn't get a lot of playing time, but Will against the right muscle guys, and there he fouls.
Gugliotta is the man he fouled. A shot will not count. The foul is on Ed Neely. It is his first. Team is over the limit, of course, and the Bullets will be shooting free throws. Let's pause for station identification. Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Red Kerr, Capital Center, Landover, Maryland. Tom Gugliotta at the line. Hits on his first free throw. He'll have another. Bulls are leading 34-21. We have 47.8 seconds to go in this first period of play. 8 points for Tom Gugliotta in this first quarter. Gugliotta last night had just 14 points, but he did have 11 rebounds. Darrell Walker down the lane.
Oh, yeah.
Goaltending on Charles Jones. Score the field goal for Darrell Walker, his second.
No substitution. They're waving off here, but Walker does get his 4th point. Bulls with a big quarter, 36.
Chapman, quick release.
Yeah.
For 2.
It's his first basket for being back in over a month with that sprained ankle. He's got 3 points in the game.
Final seconds ticking away in this first period. 10 to go now on the shot clock. Pippen creates. Stacey King is wide open.
Stacey got that little set shot from there. Boy, everybody that's played here for Coach Jackson has scored.
Been a sharp opening quarter offensively for the Bulls. Here's Gugliotta. Rebound Walker as the first period comes to a close. Michael Jordan, an impressive start. 19 points in the first quarter, has fired the Bulls to 38-24 over the Bullets. End of 1. Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Red Kerr at Landover, Maryland. Take a look at the numbers in that first quarter. The Bulls at 88%. The Bullets, who have shot better than 50% in each of their last 3 games, at 39% to open. And of course, the Bulls fueled by Michael Jordan's 8 of 10 shooting from the field in the first quarter.
Jordan back in along with Paxson, Scott Williams, King, and Pippen.
Larry Stewart, Michael Adams on the floor along with Rex Chapman, Buck Johnson for the Bullets. Got a foul coming up here. Charles Jones, the other Washington Bullet. John Paxson picks up the foul. It is his first on the team. And Michael Adams will be heading to the free throw line.
Trying to get in the scoring column here. Went blank in the first quarter.
Adams 5 of 12 from the field last night at Chicago.
Oh, and he breaks that spring off. He had 21 free throws in a row.
44 of his last 47 from the free throw line. Now he's 44 of his last 48. He shoots well, needless to say, and he shoots from the right side of the lane. He stands off the center of the free throw line. We'll get another shot of that for you later on.
I had a player, Bob Boozer, that did that, and he said it was because in college the light shone right through, and it reflected when he would shoot free throws.
Tough shot from Michael over Chapman off the glass. Jordan with 21. Going to have that scoring average by the end of the second quarter. Scoring average being 32 points a game. Larry Stewart. 10 to go for the Bullets on the shot clock. Rex Chapman tips it out of bounds. Washington Red, it would seem, would be better suited with a guy like Michael Adams and spot-up shooter like Rex Chapman for an open court, up-tempo game, but this is a team that doesn't rebound well enough to run.
No, they only average about 210 pounds. They don't have very many big guys out there. Not good rebounders. You got a 35-year-older, Charles Smith, is Jordan Drain's another one. 35-year-older that averages just a little over 1 point a game, just marking time. If they're in the lottery, maybe they can get a big guy. They were talking about that young man from Bradley.
Got a blocking foul coming up here.
Baseline foul out of bounds on Charles Jones, I believe it was. You can't set that screen down out of bounds.
Essentially an illegal screen we call.
Right.
Second personal on Charles Jones, first on the team. Well, you're right. They're thinking about getting the kid that is on mission now from BYU, and he is thinking about coming out early for the NBA draft. He's a 7-footer.
Yeah, but just because you're in the lottery doesn't mean you're going to get that guy.
Exactly.
You know.
Michael again.
Scott Williams inside, puts the rebound back in.
Only Jordan's third miss of the night. He's 10 of 13. Timeout Washington Bullets. 10:18 left to go. First half of play, and the Bulls and Phil Jackson leading big. Take a look at the score right there, and Michael Jordan on a rare miss. But, Red, this is what the Bulls do second best in the NBA, offensive rebound.
Scott Williams with the putback. Take a look at this graphic. New Jersey, Chicago, Seattle, Atlanta. 23rd is Washington. And there's only 3 teams over 1,000 rebounds, the Bulls being one of them. You got to put it, and they're leading offensive rebounder. The leader in the league, Horace Grant, is not here tonight.
Chapman gets the step, and he's fouled by Scott Williams. Scott Williams with his first personal, second on the team. There was what we interpreted as a foul on Charles Jones at the baseline of the previous Washington possession. And Dick Pavetta came over and kindly explained to us that it was not a foul, but a violation. He forced the man out of bounds. And thus, it's a violation and a turnover, but not a foul on Charles Jones. Chapman at the line, buries his first. He'll have another. You don't see that call very often. Usually it's an illegal screen in that situation.
Well, it really becomes an illegal screen, but we had added the foul on Charles Jones, so you just eliminate that foul. And 2 free throws by Chapman. Chapman looks in good shape.
Stacey King right back to MJ. Oh, they're slipping away. Michael score.
Nice drop back pass by King. He fed King, and they turned to look down the lane. This is what happens when you double. It's hard to double on Michael. Watch Michael drops down the lane. Chapman can't stay with him. Up he goes, draws the foul, lays it off the glass and in. They give that foul to Stewart?
They gave it to Gugliotta.
Okay.
Gugliotta's second personal. First on the team. Here's Harvey Grant right back for the Bullets with an answer. 6 for Harvey Grant.
Their first basket in the second quarter.
Over 3 minutes gone by. On the roll, Stacey King.
King has played very, very well for the Bulls off the bench in the last 10 games. Giving him points, giving him rebounds, and a big, strong body. He plays very good defense down low.
Harvey Grant. Jordan is there. 5 rebounds for MJ. King trying to hit Williams, broken up by Gugliotta. Good hustle by Gugliotta to get back in transition defense. Stacey had the right idea. Jordan guarded by Chapman. They clear it out for him. Double team Gugliotta. King. Scott Williams, the offensive carom. Paxson sets it up. Shot clock winding down. They didn't realize it.
Right. Pax didn't realize it hit the ball, hit the board, not the glass that last time. And as it came out, all of a sudden it was a shoot it kind of a situation.
That's the second 24-second violation of the game on the Bulls. Bulls are leading in comfortable fashion. We got a foul coming up here.
Is that legal defense?
Foul's being called on Scott Williams. Second on Scott Williams.
Yeah.
Third on the team. Adams with the fall away. Side of the backcourt. Scott Williams is there. Backs into MJ. Michael for 3.
Oh, man, a shot. 12 for 15 from the field. He's got 29.
Grant on the fade. Tough shot. Bulls are cleaning up on the boards. They dominated there last night. Jordan, Pippen. Paxson right back to Scotty. Draws the foul on Rex Chapman. Chapman's first personal foul. That is the second of the team. Wes Unseld will not find many answers for his young team here tonight. Bullets are one of the youngest teams in the NBA. And as Red mentioned, they are flat out, from a standard of bulk, the lightest team in the NBA. Jones up off the bench, reports on for Stewart. Chapman leaves, and LaBradford Smith back on for the Washington Bullets. Scotty with his second upcoming at the line. 1 out of 2 once again. Scotty with just 2 points here tonight. But this has been the Michael Jordan show. LaBradford Smith jumped at by Pippen.
Oh, shit!
Rebound Jordan, and we got a loose ball foul coming up.
And Stacey King first.
Fourth on the team, Red. 7:59 to go, first half of play.
I can't see you get hung up. Right there.
You can hear the switches being called out on the floor. Harvey Grant down low to Gugliotta. Jordan tried to double team. Scott Williams commits the foul. Gugliotta gets it to drop.
Good left-hand player. Last night he had 2 nice baskets with the left hand. He's got 10 in the game. He draws the foul on Scott Williams. Williams third. Good post up. He goes to the middle. Gives the fake. He's right underneath. He just lays it up, catches the iron and in. So Ed Neely will have to come right back in here as Gugliotta drains the free throw. He's got 11.
Gugliotta 4 of 5 from the field, 3 of 3 now from the line. And the Bulls set up offensively. Chicago on top by 21. Paxson. Down low, King. Harvey Grant up high for the board. Outlet pass deflected away. Last touch by the Bulls. Believe Scottie Pippen got the hand on it. It deflected it on a bounce. Scott Williams heads out of the ball game because he has 3 personal fouls. Ed Neely, as Red Kerr pointed out, back into the contest for the Bulls. Under 8 minutes to go, first half. Gugliotta looking to post up Neely. Illegal defense here, and specifically called on Stacey King, but it's an illegal defense warning against the Bulls. Here's what's on tap coming up at halftime on Channel 9 News Break. We've got a special feature with Michael Adams. Highlights, stats, and NBA scores all just ahead. Charles Jones way outside. Tried to hit Harvey Grant. Last touched on the play by the Bulls. It'll belong to Washington with 18 to go on the shot clock.
Watch it. Back screen. Back screen.
LaBradford Smith on the trigger. Here's Harvey Grant. Smith up and firing off a double screen. Neely the rebound. Paxson back the other way. Jordan over Smith. Rebound back tap. Oh, John Paxson bumping with Michael Adams, and they call the foul on Paxson. Second personal on John Paxson, and the Bulls have been over the foul limit. Pax not at all happy with the call, and it happened right in front of us, Red Kerr. To say the least, it was ticky-tack at best.
Well, I've been watching John Paxson play ever since he came here, and I don't think he's ever gotten a favorable call. He's got the obvious call, but I don't think he's ever got the favorable one.
Michael Adams at the free throw line. There he is standing off to the right side of the lane. Michael has 2 points here tonight. Michael Adams, that is. See where he stands there off center at the free throw line. He has 3 points here tonight.
Well, they've dropped that lead down under 20 here.
53-34 Chicago. Under 7 minutes to go, first half. Jordan at a high post against Smith. Double team Adams. Paxson is the open man.
Oh, Pax.
Rebound deflected off Stacey King. It will belong to the Washington Bullets. It's going to take Pax a while to get those legs under the shooting legs, I should say.
Yeah, he's moving the ball, looking up the court, spreading it out. And hasn't got that first hoop since he came back.
Phil Jackson, rather relaxed pose thus far tonight. 6.5 to go. First half of play. The Bulls are leading by 19. Gugliotta looking to post up down low. Tried an interior feed. LaBradford Smith comes up with it. Stacey King was fouled on the play. Smith swatting away at it, but let's see. They're going to call the foul on Charles Jones. Jones hit with his second personal foul, third on the team. Will Perdue up off the bench, reports on for Stacey King, who leads with 4 points in this first half. 53-34. Chicago on top. Second period of play.
I was just looking at Michael. He's 12 out of 16, so he's really cooled off.
Yeah, well, when you consider he hit his first 8 shots from the field, yes. Jordan backing LaBradford Smith. Michael takes it on the turnaround.
Oh! I'll tell you, that was a one-on-one move where he couldn't get it to another teammate, and LaBradford Smith played as good as you can play on a guy, and Michael has his average.
31 points for Jordan. Gugliotta from deep. Pippen runs out with the rebound. Lead for Michael Jordan. Tough shot. Ed Neely retreats.
Attaboy, Ed. Michael had nothing to do but get it up towards the glass and hope somebody could rebound it offensively, and Neely did his 6 point.
Big Ed was running the floor on that play.
Yeah.
Adams to Gugliotta. Good move around Perdue. Left hand off the mark, but we've got a foul coming up. Brad, Michael Jordan picks it up. Walker is in the ball game, replacing Jordan.
Take a look. Scotty throws the ball out. This is the shot that Michael makes. As good as you can play defensively, LaBradford Smith right there on him, right there on him, right there. Right there. No good. Well, I see Mitch Bradford and his son Eric here from Plano Molding Company. Got about 7 or 8 people up there. MJ sits down on the bench again. He's got 31. Not a bad performance during the first half.
No.
Got 6 rebounds.
Gugliotta 1 out of 2 at the line. Now has 12 points in the game. 57-35 Chicago. Corey Williams in the contest for the Bulls along with Darrell Walker, as we mentioned. Walker gets the step to the lane. Over LaBradford Smith, high off the glass. Walker with 6 on 3 from the field. Adams to Harvey Grant. Googs for 3.
Oh, air ball. That was nothing.
Ed Neely to Scottie Pippen.
Pee-wee.
Corey Williams on reverse. Gugliotta back the other way. Bullets have the numbers. LaBradford Smith. Nicely done. 8 for Smith.
Boy, Corey Williams took that ball in hard under the basket. He forgot where he was. Threw it up.
Neely with a nice drop pass to Corey Williams. Ed Neely is open. Michael Adams the rebound. Corey Williams running right with Michael Adams. So we got a foul coming up here.
Done, Corey.
His first. 4:06 left to go. Corey Williams heads toward the sidelines. There's Wes Unseld on the Bullets bench. Michael Adams at the free throw line. Good in his first. He'll have another. On April 20th, the Bulls battle the Philadelphia 76ers. It's Nabisco Jewel Foods commemorative card night. Every fan attending the game receives a Bulls commemorative card. Compliments of Nabisco and Jewel Food Stores. Don McClain into the ball game. Place of Tom Gugliotta.
I don't want to hear no American Pie out of you.
You're not going to start that again? Boy, you recited almost the whole third verse the last time we were here. It was great. Adams with 5 points, all of which have come from the free throw line as the Bulls set up offensively. Darrell Walker steps away for the shot. Harvey Grant takes the carom off the floor. Michael Adams on the run. Don McClain, blocked by Pippen. 17 to go on the shot clock. Washington basketball timeout, Chicago. 3 minutes and 41 seconds left to go first half. Scottie Pippen declares not in this part of the woods. Watch McLean, he's got the step, but Pippen from the right side of your screen takes us to the break on the rejection. A reminder, fans, for the best selection of Bulls hats, t-shirts, jackets, other NBA merchandise, visit the official Bulls team shops, any one of the Chicagoland Carson Perry Scott stores. Bullets on the inbounds. They have 15 now to go on the shot clock, and a quick whistle at the baseline. It's on Darrell Walker, away from the ball. Walker's second personal foul.
Brent Price will go to the free throw line. The brother of Mark Price in Cleveland.
Earlier this week, the Washington Bullets and Brent Price defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers and Mark Price here at the Camp Center.
They had a potentially sold-out game here, and they got snowed out. They played the next night and had 3,300 people. So a lot of people didn't even see them with one of their biggest wins of the year. But a lot of people will say, I had a ticket for the game.
Oh, yes. Will Perdue backing Harvey Grant. Grant the rebound. Price with a change of direction. Chapman gets the step. Grant on the tip. Harvey again, and this time a foul.
Bulls getting themselves in trouble, and they got a big lead now. That's all you have to do is let this team off the hook with 3:09 down to 10, and you're back in a hard-working game.
Rodney McCray picks up his third personal foul on the play.
Those with fouls all up and down the lineup here. Grant cranks it off the rim.
Well, it was Michael Jordan before there was a Michael Jordan this week on No Bull. Phil goes one-on-one with NBA all-time superstar Elgin Baylor. Homecoming time for one of Chicago's very own defensive wizard, Darrell Walker. That's No Bull with Phil Jackson tomorrow night, 10 p.m. right here on Channel 9. Harvey Grant misses a pair at the line. Bullets retrieve the rebound. And the personal Larry Stewart. Rex Chapman had a notion, jumped at quickly by Pippen. Nice feed to Larry Stewart. Takes Perdue inside. Larry Stewart, the only undrafted rookie to make the NBA All-Rookie team. He had a great first season last year out of Coppin State. Jordan. Into traffic and into a foul. Foul is coming up.
McLean?
I believe it's on McLean, yes. Don McLean's first, fourth on the team. They're going to take it out on the side, yeah. Phil Jackson said, hey, you were setting up at the free throw line. What changed your mind?
Yeah, he said Michael was going to the hoop, wasn't he? It was only the third foul, but...
Jordan. Foul coming up here on Harvey Grant. But Dick Bavetta with a long look at the Bulls bench now.
Text. Harvey, his third.
There's Phil Jackson still talking it over. Team is over the limit now. And Michael Jordan to the free throw line. As the discussion continues right in front of us between Dick Bavetta and Phil Jackson. Now, of course, Phil has a seat on the bench.
Well, now Michael has that leading average.
There it is. Yep. And one better.
A half a point better, or whatever.
Brent Price, double team, trapping on the backcourt, finds McLean. Harvey Grant from the outside. Stacey King the rebound. It's been all Chicago since it was all Michael Jordan at the outside of the first period, hitting his first 8 shots from the field, finishing with 19 first quarter points. Jordan against Chapman. Michael on the fade. Harvey Grant the rebound, and less than 2 minutes to go. First half of play, and Harvey steps out of bounds.
Now he called a force.
Oh, they call a push on Darrell Walker. Phil Jackson doesn't like that at all.
He puts him. He put somebody, Darryl put somebody against him just enough, but when it really took him out of bounds, Darryl said, did I really do that? And he said, you did.
Darryl had an angelic look on his face. Say, hey, wait a minute. Now you mean to tell me that little touch is going to push 235 pounds out of bounds?
That's 18 fouls here for the Bullies in the first quarter. Even though they're playing well, they are just sort of whacking a little bit on the other end.
Harvey Grant missed his last two at the line. Take a look at that play again, Red.
Take a look at it. He puts pressure on. He's got him by the hip. He gives him a little push, there it is.
Oh.
Yeah, now he made him do it.
Walker leaves.
So Harvey gets point number 7.
Michael Jordan is back on.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Believe me, folks, Red Kirk can count higher.
16 free throws they've shot in this quarter.
8 points now for Harvey Grant. Michael Jordan picked up right away by Rex Chapman. It's a screen from Stacey King. Finds Scottie Pippen wide open. Off the glass for his first field goal of the night. 4 for Pippen. Coming up on 1:30 left to go, first half. Chapman from deep. Buries it for 2. 8 points for Chapman. Jordan gets the step to the lane. They're going to call Rex Chapman on the foul. And Chapman puts his second foul on the board, sending Michael Jordan to the line. Wes Unseld not quite happy with that particular call.
Michael with 14 points in this quarter and 19 in the first quarter.
Jordan hasn't missed from the free throw line. And he is 13 of 19 from the field. 35 for Michael Jordan. Heading toward a 70-point game, Red. Last touch by McClain. Philippe Pippen was the first to get a hand on it. Deflected it off the rookie from UCLA, and the Bulls inbound. Coming up on 1 minute left to be played. First half. Jordan. 10 to go on the shot clock. Michael.
Pee-wee.
Oh, Corey Williams missed the puppy inside.
Yeah, he had it right there.
Brent Price stopped to the midcourt stripe. For 3, Rex Chapman off the mark. Pippen keeping it alive. Harvey Grant knocks Pippen to the floor. Price on the drive gets fouled. Stacey King picks it up.
Boy, Scottie Pippen up walking around, but he went for that ball as it was poked out and gets a little bump. Down he goes hard, but he's back. They do get Brent Price to the free throw line.
85% from there. He's made 3 in a row now tonight. Had 2 points, 2 assists in 10 minutes at Chicago last night. Second round draft choice this year. Led the Oklahoma Sooners a year ago. Brent Price now with 4. 65-49 Chicago.
Michael had 35 points in the first half against Charlotte on March 12th.
King with the left hand. Rebound Stewart, and got a foul here on Jordan. Boy, they keep fouling us, don't they?
Yes, it does. That's Jordan's second, and the free throw.
Well, they've attempted 29 free throws, made 25 of the Washington Bullets.
Yeah, you'll have 31 free throws here in the first half.
Larry Stewart heading to the line. And this also has a way of drawing out the game, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
3 points for Larry Stewart. There's Wes Unseld scratching his head saying, hey, I guess we should get that many. We're at home. 2 in a row at the line for Stewart. He has 4. 65-51. Chicago, final seconds in the half. Michael Jordan. No, but a foul.
3.8 seconds up on the clock. 44, that's on Grant, yeah. That's his fourth.
Yep. Harvey Grant with 4 personal fouls.
Well, all the excitement was early with the great shooting, but now it's been a trip back and forth to the free throw line.
It has degenerated in some forms, Red, to a bad college game. Buck Johnson back into the ball game, replacing Harvey Grant. He's got 4 personal fouls. Final seconds. We have 3.8 seconds remaining in this first half. 36 for Jordan, 1 out of 2 at the line. Williams has it knocked out of bounds by Price.
1.9.
Bulls have, well, they're going to take a 20-second timeout.
Well, you can't take that to the locker room with you. You know that. You don't get to use it in the second half. Let's take it.
Brent Price heads over to talk with Wes Unseld, and the Bulls huddled up out on the floor.
Well, it's going to be right underneath the basket, so you'll try. I don't know if they'll try to clear it out and just try to go one-on-one with Mike, or see if they'll throw it up on the basket. But the Bulls had a pretty good first half here.
66 points on the board for Chicago, 51 for the Washington Bullets. And now we're ready to go. Michael Jordan, what a first half. 36 points for him. Scottie Pippen will toss it on the inbounds. Bulls lead by 15. Scottie looking. Finds MJ. As time winds down to this first half of play. Well, exceptional is about the only thing you could say for that man, Michael Jordan, in his first half of play. 36 points for Jordan on 13 of 21 from the field. He had 6 rebounds in leading the Bulls to a 15-point halftime advantage over the Bullets, 66-51. Wayne Larrivee, Johnny Redker back at the Cap Center in Landover, Maryland. A first half of play that, regardless of how well the Bulls played in the different facets of basketball, John, everything they did was overshadowed by Michael Jordan's first period of play, in which he scored 19 points, and then a plethora of fouls in the second quarter that slowed down the game.
You're right. The Bulls outscored the Bullets 38-24 with a 14-point lead, and MJ was just hotter than a firecracker. 19 points. I think he had 8 straight from the field. He continued on. His 36 points is the most against a team in the first half. And here's a play highlight here. Michael gets a return pass from Will Perdue and nails one of his long jumpers. And he did it with the help of a lot of his teammates. Here's a great play by Stacey King. King posts up on Gugliotta in the middle. Michael breaks by Rex Chapman, gets a return pass, drives in, and Stewart fouls him. He makes the basket and adds the free throw. Real nice play there. Now, even when Michael wasn't hitting, his team went to the boards very well. Here he misses the shot inside Jones is Scott Williams for the putback. Nice job there. And we talked about Gugliotta. A good-looking rookie, really sharp, good post-up player. Here he takes Scottie Pippen down low. Pip tries to block him out way. He makes a move to the middle and slides down underneath his arm and up off the glass, and there's a deuce for Gugliotta.
American National Bank stats at the half. The Bulls shot very well. The Bullets, who had been shooting well this week, 3 games in a row of over 50%, way down tonight. And, of course, the rebounding edge belonged to the Bulls. Individually in the ball game, Michael Jordan, 13 of 21 shooting from the field, 2 of 2 from three-point range, 8 of 9 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 36 points in the ball game. Last night's star, LaBradford Smith, who had 15 of 20 from the field. Tonight, he is 2 of 8 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line with 8 points. Overall, take a look at the leading scorers. Ed Neely off the bench, along with Darrell Walker. McRae, Pippen, Perdue, King, 4 points each. Outside of Michael, the scoring leveled off, obviously. Tom Gugliotta led the way for the Washington Bullets in that first half of play as we begin the second half.
Well, they shot 31 free throws in the first half. That is a huge number of free throws.
Gugliotta denied after the miss by LaBradford Smith. Jordan to Pippen, left unattended.
Pippen very quiet, gets his 6-point. BJ not in the scoring column yet.
B.J. Armstrong working in about 21 games of double-digit points. Armstrong commits the foul here as Michael Adams had position for the rebound. Second on B.J.
22 games for B.J. in that position. He's only took one shot. He only took one shot in that 12 minutes that he played.
Gugliotta has it taken away from behind by Pippen. Scotty to B.J. Armstrong. Bulls space the floor.
B.J. wants Jones, but he's got to take him on the long three, you would think, if anything.
10 to go on the shot clock now for the Bulls. Armstrong gets room. Harvey Grant there for the rebound. Opening 2 minutes of play, third quarter. Gugliotta from deep. Jordan the long carry. Armstrong again. Tough night for B.J.
Yeah. Both teams starting off kind of coldly here.
LaBradford Smith, Harvey Grant. Gugliotta lost the handle on it. Picked up by Armstrong. Bulls run on the out. To Jordan. Block on the play by Jones, but Purdue there to clean it up.
They thought it was they're going to take a timeout here. Is it a 20 or a full-timer? Full timeout, I would guess.
10-12 left to go, third period of play. The Bulls have scored the first 4 points of the third quarter and extend the advantage to 19. Michael Adams and the Washington Bullets resume. LaBradford Smith. They work the perimeter. Charles Jones. Harvey Grant finds LaBradford Smith off a screen by Jones. LaBradford Smith with the first 2 points of the second half of the Bullets.
Only 2 out of 8 from the field. Last night he was, what, 15 out of 20?
Yep. Little bit different story tonight, Red. Purdue up high. Jordan. Against Harvey Grant.
Harvey Grant in deep trouble.
His 5th personal foul. Take a look at the Miller Lite scoreboard. At the half, Cleveland leading Miami on the road. And later on tonight, Philadelphia's at Milwaukee. Orlando and Denver, Utah, and the LA Clippers. An abbreviated scoreboard tonight in the NBA. Buck Johnson is in the ball game, replacing Harvey Grant, who's on the bench with 5 fouls. B.J. Armstrong feeding Will Purdue, blocked by Charles Jones.
Jones had 4 blocks last night.
Michael Adams for 3. Rebound, Buck Johnson. Rodney McCray got him with the body, I believe. Yep, that's the call.
4 on McCray.
Second on the team. Take a look at the action down low.
All right, here's the block.
Will Purdue has it knocked away. And now at the free throw line, Buck Johnson. Drains his first. Hey, reminder, sign up for the Miller Genuine Draft Shoot the Bull 3-on-3 Classic. July 31st and August 1st, Chicago's Grant Park. To register, call the Shoot the Bull hotline, 312-943-5800. Check the Tuesday or Sunday Chicago Tribune or visit any Chicagoland Sport Mart location. Some of the participating sponsors include Chicago Tribune, Coca-Cola, Sport Mart, and Salem Sportswear. Buck Johnson drops in a pair. Chicago lead is 15 once again. That's what it was at halftime. Jordan from deep for 2. Michael now at 38. Buck Johnson. Ten to go on the shot clock. Gugliotta. Bump by Pippen. Boy, they're calling it tight, aren't they? 3rd on Scottie Pippen. 3rd on the team. Bulls were over the foul limit early in both the first and second periods of play.
Well, they 27 for 31. That is a huge amount of free throws to shoot.
LaBradford Smith cranking it up here. His second from the field of the third quarter. 12 in the game.
He has their only 2 hoops, a couple free throws mixed in between by Larry Stewart.
Jordan from deep again. McCray pries it loose. Bulls with a fresh shot clock. Pippen against Smith. Takes him on the dribble. Scotty with the right hand off the left side of the glass. 8 points for Scottie Pippen. Smith had it knocked away by Purdue momentarily.
Guess somebody picked him up and get a hand on him anyway.
LaBradford Smith over
Scotty on the arm. Yes, sir. Good move by Smith. He's got 14. The only 3 hoops here. Scotty picks up his 4th foul.
4th on the team.
Little crossover move here. Then he goes away, and Scotty catches him on that right arm. So Smith coming back strong. Getting scorched by Jordan.
Smith has started the last 5 games for the Washington Bullets and been averaging over 20 points a game. He's up to 15 now. 14-point Chicago lead. Seven to go on the shot clock. Rodney McCray takes Gugliotta out on the floor. Nicely done. 6 for Rodney. Buck Johnson right back.
All the way down. Scotty had to watch himself there attacking the basket, and the Bulls not.
Pippen fouled by Buck Johnson. His first and the second on the team. Let's pause for station identification.
Well, we're waiting for the free throw. Let's take a look at Buck Johnson going up to stuff that ball.
Scotty puts in on his first at the line. And he makes good on a pair. He's got 10. Michael Adams right back for the Washington Bullets. Adams on the drive. Will Purdue rebounds. Jordan throws it away to Johnson. Adams to Jones in the lane. Little scoop shot by Charles Jones, his first field goal of the game.
That gives him a half a point more than he's averaging on the year. His first basket.
Bulls by 14. Rodney McCray left unattended. Why not?
Rodney was showing some good distance on those 10-year-old legs. I mean, 10-year-in-the-league legs.
10-year-in-the-league, yeah.
10-year-old.
He wishes 10-year-old years
I
old
would guess anybody out there right now is thinking that same thing.
8 points for Rodney McCray. Steal by Pippen.
Poster time. Yes. For Scotty. Scotty with 12. He's got 8 in this quarter.
Adams. Out of control, I would think. Offensive foul, but no, they're calling a blocking foul on B.J. Armstrong.
B.J.'s third. Scotty plays that passing lane pretty well here. Michael Adams looks, throws it out there. Scotty just lets him go and then takes it in, just like you do on All-Star Saturday. And he was there for All-Star Sunday, too. So Michael Adams shoots 2 free throws here.
Bill Jackson talking it over with one of the officials.
I got to get me a recording of that, and I can just push it on. Washington shooting 2 free throws here.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Trouble is your tape would wear out.
Yeah.
The way it's been tonight.
Michael Adams, all 6 of his points from the free throw line. He's not scratching the field yet, has he?
Nope. Michael Adams, 7 out of 8 at the free throw line. 5:40 left to go. We are third period of play in Landover, Maryland. Jordan.
He wasn't really going to take that shot when he saw Charles Jones back down. He said, well, let me see. 39 and 40.
Only his second from the field in this period. Johnson shot off the mark. Gugliotta down low against Purdue. No, but they're calling Will Purdue on the foul. Or is it Will Purdue? Yes, I believe. Fouls on Rodney McCray, not Will Perdue.
That's the 5th on McCray. Really good movement down low by Gugliotta when he gets that ball. He shows you the ball, gives you a lot of fakes, goes up and draws a foul. He's done a great job.
Was a coach's son, grew up playing with older brothers. Ed Neely back on, replacing Rodney McCray for the Bulls.
Well, that's a similar story of Ed Neely and I would guess Brent Price out here. I wonder how many of these guys had fathers that did some
Ed
coaching.
Neely's father was his high school coach at Bonner Springs, Kansas. Gugliotta's father made him play with older kids as he grew up, and of course he was the shortest kid, and they forced him to play guard and pass the ball, not shoot. And thus he became an excellent passer. We've seen that on occasion here tonight. Jordan to B.J. Armstrong.
B.J. scratches the scoring column. First time.
2 points for Armstrong. 86-68 Chicago. Timeout. Wes Unseld, Washington Bullets. 4:55 left to go in the third, and the Bulls on top comfortably. Hey, fans, enter the Bulls sweepstakes to win a King Nissan 300ZX and around-the-world vacation courtesy of IVI Travel, American Airlines, and Hyatt Hotels and Resorts, or other great prizes. Simply fill out the entry form on the back of Bulls tickets or on Bulls pocket schedules for your chance to win. Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Red Kerr. We're at the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland. The Bulls on top of the Washington Bullets, and the Bullets resume offensively. Gugliotta comes out to help out. 10 to go on the shot clock. Bullet feed to Buck Johnson. Can't handle it. BJ does. Armstrong on the run. Carrying violation as he tried to cross over the dribble. So off the Chicago turnover, you get a look at the field goal shooting. Only the third turnover by the Bulls, and look at what the Bulls do when they shoot 50% or better. They're just about unbeatable. Googs just inside the arc. Armstrong the rebound. Under 5 minutes to go, third period. Pippen was held by LaBradford Smith, I believe.
Offensive foul on Scotty.
See that?
I just said Jim Capers hasn't made a call a long time. He makes the call. Scotty puts the hand out around. He does and uses it to get in. It's a good call. It's Scotty's 5th. Walker and Neely in the ball game.
Well, you know, one official, the official of the baseline red, I believe, had a foul against Washington on the play.
He did.
The other official across the way overruled and made it a foul on Scottie Pippen. Buck Johnson makes the Bulls pay. He has 8 points. .16 Chicago lead. Biggest lead was 24 in the first half. Jordan was fouled by Buck Johnson. Now that is the first on Johnson. Third on the team.
Buck Johnson, his first, third team foul.
Jordan misses on the first. Michael with 40 points here tonight. There's Scottie Pippen on the bench. Michael makes good on a pair. Oh, makes good on one out of 2, I should say. So used to saying Michael makes good on a pair. I mean, he hasn't missed many shots here tonight. Jordan prized this one loose from Johnson. Three and a half left to go, third period. B.J. Armstrong against Michael Adams. Armstrong posting up, now the turnaround.
Oh, B.J. posting up somebody, huh? Look around for a guy smaller, and he found one, Michael Adams. Good play, Neely.
Headed to Gugliotta, broken up by Neely. B.J.'s got the ball, and a foul is coming up on Buck Johnson. Johnson's second personal foul. Take a look at B.J. This doesn't happen.
Come on, B.J. Get in there. He's looking. Come on. Nobody else around. If I get it over him, I'm okay. Yeah, there it is.
Michael Adams 5'10", B.J. Armstrong 6'2". You know, the way the guards are getting in this league, Red, you don't find a guard under 6'5" these days, seems like.
That's right.
Find one under 6 feet, you post them up. 8 to go on the shot clock. Jordan. Ed Neely banging the boards, but Gugliotta's long arms have the rebound. The lead for Johnson, too strong. So off the fast break turnover by Gugliotta. The Bulls get it back. 5 turnovers by Gugliotta, 12 in the game for Washington. Only 4 turnovers for the Bulls here tonight.
Yeah, he's done a good job coming in here, knowing what he can do, but not knowing where his teammates go in a passing game. Sometimes you have a tendency to throw where you think a guy's going, and he cuts the other way, and you get a turnover on it.
Jordan in traffic. Darrell Walker to
Will.
Doing a foul. Yes, it counts.
Big guy going up, some good interior passing. Sometimes you get down like that, you get yourself a 3-second call, but Michael had the ball, gave it to Darrell Walker. Darrell pitched it off, and Big Will came on in, laid it in, and drew the foul.
Will Perdue at the line. Fouls on Larry Stewart. His first, 4th on the team. Perdue misses on the 3-point play. Gugliotta, double team by Perdue. Good interior feed, Buck Johnson on the hit. 10 for Buck Johnson now. 91-72 Chicago. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go. 3rd period. Jordan off the screen by Perdue. Michael. Good dish to Neely. Talk about an interior feed. My goodness.
Michael with a spinning move, looked like he was going to go on up and found Ed Neely working, camped under the boards there, and now there's a foul the other way.
Offensive foul on LaBradford Smith. It is his 3rd.
Well, let's take a look at it. It was so good. Michael goes around a couple guys. He goes around Buck, spins on in, and finds Eddie underneath as everybody came to pick up MJ. Nice play.
Larry Stewart looked at him like he was a magician. He says, I thought you were going to shoot that thing. You went up and the ball wasn't there.
See what Michael does here with the big guy, the big rook.
Jordan takes him. Buck Johnson commits the foul, denying Jordan the bucket off the glass. Well, Buck now is up to 3 personal fouls. That puts Washington over the foul limit. It would have been a shooting foul anyway for Jordan.
Yeah, all 3 in this quarter for Buck. So MJ with 41.
93-72 Chicago. Take a look at Jordan's work last night against the Bullets. And again, on the plane, he was still lamenting the game. He said, he was embarrassed and really felt bad about his performance last night at Chicago Stadium. And here tonight, he came out with a vengeance, hitting his first 8 shots from the field. Michael with 43.
Knowing Michael, he would have liked to have had 38 at halftime and said, hey, LaBradford Smith, you took a whole game to get those. I could really get it back if I concentrated in half. Almost did, had 36.
Buck Johnson, right on the money. He has 12, 10 of which have come here in the 3rd quarter. But the Chicago lead remains 21. MJ.
Whoa!
Manufactured a shot there.
Buck again, that's his 4th. He's got 10 points in this quarter and 4 fouled.
Busy man.
Can't tell which side he's on.
He's a busy man, Red. He's doing it all for you. Giving you a show.
Michael comes to turn the corner. Once he gets hit, he tries with the left hand to flip it up, and he can't quite get it there.
44 in the game for Jordan. Stacey King back on, replacing Will Perdue. Will heads off. Michael looking for 45. Tremendous consistency for Jordan, leading this team in scoring. Has 45 points now in the game. Under a minute to go. 3rd period. Doug Overton on for the first time tonight for the Bullets. Buck Johnson leaves this one short, and it caroms over the backboard. The Bulls will get it with 49.5 seconds remaining. Darrell Walker sets it up. Time left in the quarter in the right-hand corner of your screen. Jordan on the fade over Johnson. Michael with 47. Overton. Jordan jumped at him. Larry Stewart in traffic. Stewart on the tip. Buck Johnson tips it home. He has 14. Final 20 seconds. Shot clock at 15 now. 8 to go on the shot clock. Walker. 3 for Neely. But Johnson's got the rebound as the quarter comes to a close.
Got a foul.
Got a foul coming up here. Foul being called on Darrell Walker as he bumped Buck Johnson as time expired, and Dick Pavetta calling everybody back to the floor. So Darrell Walker picks up his 4th personal foul. There's Dick Pavetta. Come on back, guys. Man, that talk about squeezing fouls into a period. Been a plethora of fouls. 38 free throws by Washington here tonight. 26 free throw attempts by the Chicago Bulls here tonight. And you're wondering why you're going to have to stay up late to watch the rest of this one. Buck Johnson has 14 points in the game. Phil Jackson wants a timeout.
Well, you can't carry him over that many into that next quarter.
We've got a break of the action. Time now to remind you about No Bull with Phil Jackson. Hey, he was Michael Jordan before there was a Michael Jordan. This week on No Bull, Phil Jackson goes one-on-one with all-time NBA superstar Elgin Baylor. It's homecoming time for one of Chicago's very own defensive wizard, Darrell Walker. That's No Bull with Phil Jackson tomorrow night at 10 p.m. right here on WGN TV. Phil Jackson talking things over with his squad, and let's take this full timeout with the Bulls on top, 99-76. The alley-oop pass, length of the court to Jordan, broken up by Larry Stewart after Buck Johnson at the free throw line made 1 out of 2. The third period finally comes to a close. Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls are on the brink of the century mark through 3 periods of play. Jordan with 47 of the 99 Chicago points as the Bulls lead at 99-77. Phil Jackson will only get 3 timeouts in the 4th period of play, 3 full timeouts plus a 20. So he took a timeout. He had 4 left in the second half. And he took a quick timeout with 3/10 of a second remaining to set up a quick inbounds play following the free throw by Buck Johnson. And the period came to a close. The Bulls were unable to complete the pass. Now Chicago starts it off for the 4th period. Bulls leading 99-77. 22-point advantage. Their biggest lead was 24. That was back in the first half of play. Bulls have never trailed in this game. John Paxson from the outside.
Oh, he gets his first one in a month or so.
It's been a while. Pax, arthroscopic surgery, missed 22 games. Arthroscopic knee surgery. Doug Overton. Buck Johnson had a good third quarter, and he continues in the 4th. 17 for Buck Johnson in the game. Opening minute of play, 4th quarter. Johnson on the steal. Paxson almost took it back, but John gets called for the foul. His 3rd personal first on the team. Non-shooting affair. There's Johnny Pax looking to get those shooting legs under him. Seems to be moving pretty well. Running the floor well, moving the ball, as Red said earlier, last night and tonight. Under 10 seconds to go on the shot clock for the Bullets. 5 to go on the shot clock. Rex Chapman cranks one up and ring it up. 10 for Rex Chapman. Bulls lead is 20. Stacey King. King against Jones. Another block by Charles Jones.
Can't stick that ball in Charles Jones' face. The one thing he can do is block shots. And Stacy makes the fake, and he comes around with the left hand. Where does he put it? Right there.
Younger brother of Major and Caldwell Jones, former NBA player. Scottie Pippen off the mark, and there's Charles Jones with the rebound. Doug Overton.
Albany State's put a ton of Jones in this league and in the ABA. Charles spent a little time in Chicago. Brother Caldwell also.
Rex Chapman, the quick release, this time over Stacey King. Chapman with 12. 101-83 Chicago. Darrell Walker. Johnny Pax. Rebound back tap to Chapman. Overton had it knocked away for a moment by Paxson. Leaves it short on the pull-up. Buck Johnson on the scoop. And the tip is there by the persistent Johnson.
19 second half points, 15 in his third quarter for Buck Johnson. Spent a lot of time with the Houston Rockets.
Scottie Pippen, quick turnaround with Johnson in his face. Scott Williams can't make it go, and off the back tap, Overton on the run. Stopped by Paxson. Overton driving on Paxson. Offensive foul.
Pax with the good body position. Doug Overton, the quickie, he's just back too. He had a fractured thumb on the left hand. Picks up his first foul. Offensively, Pax spreading that body out. Bulls only 2 points. John Paxson's jumper in this quarter.
Scottie Pippen gets the step baseline. Rebound up for grabs on the floor. Scott Williams clears to Darrell Walker. Stacey King with the set shot. Off the glass. Red with a kick.
Yeah.
Did he call that ahead of time?
Well, you can do that. And we couldn't see the angle we had. Looked like it was straight in, but when he was, that was a nice little banker. The one you got to call is that one from straight out in front when you hit the glass and knock it in. You don't know if a guy missed it by 2 feet or played that bank.
Hey, this guy's been red hot. Buck Johnson again, up to 21 points now for Johnson. Here's Paxson. 10 to go on the shot clock. Charles Jones denies the interior feed. Feeds Overton. Blocked by Walker. Paxson to Darrell Walker. Johnny Pax right back to Darrell Walker. Good ball movement. Scottie Pippen off the glass. 14 for Pippen. Buck Johnson tipped away by Scottie Pippen. The race is on. Scottie with those long arms. On the drive, runs the foul.
Scottie just taking it. All right, let's take a look at the Junkyard Dog in action. Here he comes down on Doug Overton, and Darrell Walker makes the block. They come down, and Scottie gets the ball from King off the glass and in. Nice play.
Fouls on Buck Johnson, his 5th, all of which have come in the second half of play, and Scottie Pippen drains his first at the line. Scottie's now hit 4 in a row, the foul stripe. 15 points, make it 16 points now for Scottie Pippen. Under 8 minutes to go. Bulls winning big here tonight. Rex Chapman. Buck Johnson on the fade. Scottie Pippen. Pippen. Stacey King. John Paxson wide open.
Hey, Johnny, all right, now you're getting that range kid. He's got 4 points in this quarter, and they'll take a timeout and talk this over.
6:48 left to go for the game. John Paxson with a pair of 4th period field goals, and the Bulls on top big. 109-87, 6:48 left to go in the 4th. Wayne Larrivee, Johnny Red Kerr, the Cat Center in Landover, Maryland. On April 16th, Bulls take on the Bucks. It's Gatorade Mini Basketball Night. First 5,000 kids 14 and under receive a Bulls Mini Basketball compliments of Gatorade. Washington Bullets set it up. Doug Overton in the ball game now. Larry Stewart. There's Rex Chapman. Don McLean. Rebound, Stacey King. Paxson's pass ahead to Darrell Walker. Walker is fouled by Overton on the drive. Second personal on Doug Overton, second of the team. 6:25 left to go in this one. There is Doug Overton. Activated from the injury list on March 12th. Had thumb surgery, missed a good portion. 2 months. Walker off the mark on his first. Darrell had 6 points in the first half of play. He had to score here in the second half. Seven points now for Walker, 1 out of 2 at the line. 110-87, Chicago. Larry Stewart. Gets the step himself down the lane. Stewart with 6, his second from the field. 110-89. Bulls with the lead and the ball. Scottie Pippen gets by McLean. Rebound, Scott Williams scored and a foul.
Scottie manufacturing the shot. Two Scotts manufacturing shots. So Scottie Pippen comes in, throws one up with the left hand or the right hand trying to get it off the glass, and Williams picks it up, goes right back up with it and gets the reward.
Larry Stewart's second personal foul, third on the team. Scott Williams puts in a 3-point play. Under 6 minutes to go in this one. Bulls next play Tuesday night, Chicago Stadium against the Timberwolves. And our next game on Channel 9 Wednesday night in Philadelphia. Overton has it rejected on the play, knocked out of bounds. Scott Williams with the block. Tank with a rejection. Doug Overton. Goes to the out, waiting on the inbound. Paxson takes it away to Pippen. Overton poked it out of bounds. Foul on Doug Overton. His third personal, fourth on the team.
Pax tips it away and then saves it in bounds, gets it over to Scottie. Scottie tries to push it in front. He does, and Overton grabs him. So Pip, who started out very slowly, at 1 point in the first quarter, he had 4 at halftime, and he's got 17 points in the game now.
27 of 71 in his last 4 games coming into tonight's action, Scottie Pippen. Here tonight, Pippen 5 out of 8 from the field. McLean. Don McLean can put it in the hole. There's no question about that. What the Bullets would like to see is for McLean to round out his game with a little defense, some rebounding, that type of thing. He never had to do those things at UCLA, at least not the defensive part of the game. Scott Williams, no, but a foul. Foul is coming up on Tom Gugliotta. It is his third personal. Now the team is over the limit. 4:59 left to go. We haven't seen Michael in the fourth.
Tonight he's got 47, but look how many times he scored 50 or more. 31 times, and the Tank drains the free throw.
We have not seen Michael in the fourth period of play, and I don't think from his pose that we're going to see him. 47 big boys he came up with. Scott Williams hits them both. 7 for Scott Williams now, and the Bulls lead is 115-91. Phil Jackson last night after the game said he felt good about coming in and playing the same team twice. Felt his team would be better prepared and much sharper the second time around against the Bullets, and that's been the case. Darrell Walker finishes the break. Walker with 9. Pippen denied the interior feed from McLean. Taken by Stacey King. Johnny Pax. High post, Stacey King. Scott Williams. Tank from the outside. Yes, and a foul. Foul is coming up on Don McLean. It's his second.
Little drop pass out to Scott Williams. He takes the little jumper from about 13, nails it, gets fouled, and Scotty and Paxson leave the game. Corey Williams is in. Neely. And the Tank quickly has 10 points. Scott Williams.
Well, the lead now is 30 points, Red.
Yeah.
Don McLean.
Foul,
and we've got a foul coming up.
Big Ed Neely on that foul. You're right. Good offensive player in Don McLean. He can do an awful lot of things. A lot to learn here. He's got a high this season of 24 points. So he is able to put that ball in. And you and I were talking before the game. The tough thing is they've got 4 rookies on this team. They've got some guys that have come up from the Eastern League. You got LaBradford Smith in his second year, a very young ball club. I like the passing game they play, but they just don't control the rebounds. And they've got a guy that can block shots in the center, but
McLean missing a pair. Scott Williams, the rebound. The Bulls set it up. They'll take their time. We're under 4 minutes to go in the game. 121-91 Chicago.
uh-oh,
from the ball.
There's Gugliotta and Darrell Walker going after it.
Yes, sir. They quickly break it up, but again, some pushing and shoving. Gugliotta and Walker. Wes Unseld out there adding his 2 cents. Phil Jackson out there to take care of things on his side. And everyone surrounding the official.
Wes Unseld has got something to say to Darrell, and see if we can see what happened here on the side. Darrell Walker comes on by, and I don't know if he thought that Gugliotta tripped him or what, but they go after each other down low.
And let's see how they... There's a timeout on the floor. Technical foul has been called on both sides. And we will be back to the Cap Center in Landover, Maryland with 3:47 left to go for the game after these messages. Take a look at the wide angle on this play right here.
All right, now watch. Walker walks through and gets a chuck from Gugliotta. That's where they thought it was. Look at the Tank.
Tank with that wide outside shot. Wide of the mark, I should say. They called technical fouls on both sides and no free throws. Yeah. Chapman, no. Foul is on Scott Williams.
Scott Williams, how can you call that when I got hammered? But Scott, that's where it goes.
4th on Scott, 3rd on the team. There's Scott Williams at the free throw line. Rex Chapman puts in on his first, and he'll have another. He has 13 points in the game. Acquired from Charlotte last February for Tom Hammonds, and by that I mean a year ago February. His father, Wayne, was a 9th-round draft choice of the Bullets, but opted to play in the ABA back in the late 1960s. 1 out of 2 at the line for Chapman. Coming up on 3 minutes left to go. The alley-oop for Ed Neely turned into a shot. Neely got the rebound. In close, Stacey King.
Alley-oop for Ed Neely. Hey, no.
Not
Ed Neely, alley-oop, not.
McLean lost the handle, got it back. There it is, a little pirouette move and a bucket. He has 4. Under 3 minutes to go. This will be a big victory for the Bulls, and by that I mean big in terms of number of points. Williams, King. That was interference. Offensive basket interference on Scott Williams. He was up on the rim. Scott a bit perplexed with the way things have been going here for him in this 4th period. Although Scott has not had a bad 4th period of 8 points. He's perplexed at the moment. Rex Chapman. Why not another foul?
Gugliotta.
Offensive foul on Tom Gugliotta. Illegal screen. His fourth. So the Bulls take it back the other way, leading 123-94. What did you say the biggest point differential for the Bulls this season has been?
Well, the most the Bulls have scored this year has been 128. And that was at Phoenix. One of the losses that Phoenix had.
King, as he made his move, Stewart reached in and picks up the foul, his third. There's the high for the Bulls. That was on the road at Phoenix. Very impressive win in a game seen here on Channel 9 back in November. Stacey King at the free throw strike. King has 9 points in the ball game. Having a good week. 12 of 22 from the field, 54% coming into tonight's game, and he's 4 of 8 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. 1 out of 2 from the free throw line now for Stacey King. 9 points in the game tonight. 2 minutes left to go. Much of this capacity crowd is already headed for the exits here at the Cap Center. This game has been no contest. Gugliotta looking for room and not finding any. 5 to go on the shot clock. Chapman on a jam.
Chapman beautifully done. He cupped that ball in his wrist and slammed it down in. Beautiful job. You got to say that the ankle is okay, right?
Tank misses. Stacey there to clean up. 11 for Stacey King on the miss by Scott Williams. Larry Stewart. McLean plus the handle. Gugliotta pushed right away.
2 hands, Scott
Williams. Well, he had 2 hands on him, not knowing if he really pushed him that much, but when you put 2 hands on your man, you're going to get called for a foul. It's a 5th on Scott Williams. Michael Jordan looks from the bench. He's been a spectator since late in the 3rd period. Overton guarded by Williams. Don McLean on the runner. Gugliotta the tip won't go. Stacey King the rebound. Darrell Walker slows it down. We're under a minute. 126-96 Chicago. Scott Williams on the drive. Nice block by Gugliotta. There's Scottie Pippen on the bench. Pippen with 17 points tonight.
Go ahead.
Take it.
4 seconds to go on the shot clock. Shot off the mark by Corey Williams. Chapman up and firing. Well, Rex Chapman is back to health now, his 2nd game, and he's got 17 points. Second game since coming off the injury.
Yeah, good thing they brought Buck Williams and Chapman with them, right?
Exactly. This would be a 60-point game instead of almost 30. Corey Williams looking for room. Stacey King from deep. And it's going to go to the Washington Bullets. 9.9 seconds remaining. Doug Overton advances for 3.
Yeah, he's got the 3. That'll put him at 101, so they're right over. The Bulls will just not even bring it up the floor.
Final score from the Cap Center in Landover, Maryland. The Chicago Bulls 126. The Washington Bullets 101. Michael Jordan, a tremendous ball game tonight. 16 of 27, 13 of 15 from the free throw line. Jordan with 47 points in just 3 periods of play. Back to wrap it up after these words on Channel 9.